canyon is literally on fire on both sides. I thought it was just the canyon across my house, but no, it's literally on both sides. And as soon as I opened my door, it was like right there. And then the first thing I did was looked at the trees to see where the wind was blowing, because it hit me, it blew me back.
We're trying to save our pets, and
we can't get
into our house.
I was getting more and more frantic as, you know, the lights were getting darker and the sky was getting more red.
I don't even know what's happened to our neighborhood.
This is my childhood home that I was born in and lived in until I started college. And then in college, I moved in with my grandmother and lived in that house for quite a few years. It's like watching your childhood burn down. My father is an immigrant who came here with $1 in his pocket. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for years. She's very sad. Everything is burned. They got out only with their cats and photo albums. That's great-grandma. That's my grandma. It was idyllic. It was so safe. My parents never locked their doors. We would skateboard barefoot and we could walk down to the beach. I spent years walking up to that little town and the community theater, and I had friends that performed there, and I studied at that Starbucks there for years, and it was a wonderful childhood. I think that's the saddest thing, because that's irreplaceable.
This is what's left. Everything is decimated. I'm standing here in front of my home, or what was my home. It burned down to the ground a few days ago in the Palisades fires. There's not much that I found here. All I have is like this bag, a lemon, some metallic sprinkler heads just to make my 89-year-old mother feel better, that I salvaged them. But I did it because it would give her hope. It would give her hope to rebuild, and it's giving me hope to rebuild. And you see, this is a lemon that I salvaged from my lemon tree. I'm gonna make lemonade out of this. I'm gonna rebuild.
It's just destroyed. It's a disaster. It's Armageddon.
We're running on adrenaline. We're just really hoping that this turns around, but this is the scariest so far.
I spent all night out here sitting, constantly checking to watch this fire come down the hill and approach this area. It was just creeping down here all night. They were waiting for it. I think the biggest concern is that getting into any fresh fuel that hasn't burned could create a new problem again.
I've put water on fires before, but when they're coming up a canyon with wind ripping up the canyon and blowing hot embers and fire and flames and like now hot steam and all that stuff, I mean, it's intense. More than anything, it's just a drive to kind of get us cleaned up, get us underway in a process of putting things back together.
We don't want to leave or be away from here. We just want to be up here and help wherever we can. We want to be a part of building it back.
I grew up here, and knowing that my dad grew up here, and knowing that my grandparents, I mean, this is where my roots are. So just
you protect that.
Yeah,
I
just wanna just protect my home.
We're gonna start something we've never done before, and so one day at a time, it's gonna reveal itself, like what is our next indicated action, like what is that.
Our electricity went out at 6:30 in the evening, so we had no light. We had only candles, and the wind was crazy. It was the most wicked wind we've ever had. You'll have to actually see it to process it. We were hoping that the house would still be there the next day, but it wasn't. It's shocking. Shocking. We left at 3 a.m. with whatever we could fit in the car, and my mother and her hospital bed.
The winds were ferocious. If you could open your eyes from all the dust flying around, you would see the mountains on fire, and the fire was climbing up the mountain and also going down the mountain.
This looks like a damn war zone. I grew up in Nazi Germany, and that is what Germany looked like after the war and during the war. Difference is they bombed from the skies. This is the most devastating thing I've ever experienced in LA. Lived here since 1960.
I don't know how we're gonna come back from this. I don't even know where to start.
A lot of stuff that I love is gone, and these are the only things I have. This, oh no, and this.
We lost 4 homes. We lost 4 apartment buildings, and this got smoke damaged completely. We lived in one block, and now my family was separated. I run down, I want to grab a hose. My son Rock goes, Mom, get in the car, grab Grandma and Grandpa. The backyard is on fire. Get the hell out. A fire truck drove by. We ran to, he said, please, please, can you please help us put this fire out? You know what they said to us? I'm sorry, we have no water.
This is all you have?
That's all I have. I have nothing. My crying hours from 6 to 8 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, I gotta get up and get to work. I'm gonna rebuild my business, my son's business, my brother's law firm, my sister's business. We're gonna rebuild our homes. We're gonna rebuild our community.